Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another special episode here. As you can see, that I have a Game Boy Color on the screen here. But as you may know, this Game Boy here does not give off any light. So I have a special lamp here that is showing on the screen here with showing you the light here. I'm doing a Scooby-Doo classic Creep Capers. Okay. Most of you know that this game is quite challenging. So following along and watching this can help you guys out of how to complete this game. So going along with the game here, and if you guys have this game, if you are having a hard time following along, please do follow along, because it will help you know exactly what to do in case you're stuck in those spots that you are at now. So we're gonna go ahead and press start. You can continue, but that's only if you have a code to actually use to continue. Which I do have those codes. Actually, I have all the chapter codes. I have that in a book. But I am actually going to start off fresh, which is going to be at the start here. So we're going to go ahead and go up to plus start. So let's see what we have to do first. So it looks like the museum has been broken into, as you may know, right here. Another ghastly grab by the thief. So stop, thief, he says. We just made it. The mystery machine is out of gas. It looks like the trail ends here, too. This sure is a creepy place for a mystery. And I suppose you thought the thief would be doing business out here? Of a shopping mall, sorry. He'd certainly have more of my attention if he did. It's a Jurgil mansion. You know, where Dr. Jurgil made the potion that turned him into the evil Mr. Hyde. All this talk is making me hungry. I want some cheese. Funny. Come on, gang. Let's see if we can take a look inside. What are you kids doing here? We were chasing a thief when our van broke down. Ah, you mean the ghost. Oh, crap. Ghost? Relax, Shaggy. There is no such thing as ghosts. Make him feel better, would you? Do you know anything about the the thief, sir? As a matter of fact, I do. Come on in. Scooby and I will wait outside of the creepy house while you guys talk things out. I was working on a potion similar to one of my father's worked on. The one that turned him into a monster? Yes, I took a great care trying to not keep the mistakes he made. Unfortunately, financing the lab has been difficult recently. I've read the government hands out research grants to labs all of the time. They did, and it led to our invention of the electric light. You invented the electric light? Yes, well, okay, we may have been not the first, or even the best, but we did make light. Then, 2 years ago, we started working on a horseless a car. Yes, anyway, we stopped receiving grants shortly after the ill-fated Frankenstein experiment. Let me guess, you tried to bring a corpus to life? No. Well, yes, sort of. We tried to bring a hot dog to life, the beef frank, and so on. The beef Frankenstein? Oh dear. That's not the important. The point is we're broke and we had to start reusing materials. I must have used some materials from my father's experiment. Once I had finished the test solution, I started to feel dizzy. Dizzy? Yes, the room went dark and I woke up here, apparently after a big jewelry robbery downtown. So you think you are the ghost, sir? I cannot rule out the possibility. The thief looks like the ghost of my father. Daphne and I will look around upstairs. Velma, you can see if you can find any clues down here. Shagan and Scooby will be quite alright outside. That was pretty close. I'm sure we're glad we stayed outside here, Scooby. Alright, so as you may know, that if you didn't catch all the talking there, you can actually somehow slow down the talking bubbles. In order to do so, though, in order to do that, though, you can actually do the talking bubbles a lot slower at the start of the game and kind of do the options there. I'm going to go ahead and go with Daphne here. Now, here comes the waiting game. This is what the waiting game is like. So, waiting for a ghost to appear, but how do we know that the ghost is going to appear? We don't know. So that's why I said it's going to be the waiting game at this point. So I'm going to talk about a few things here. If you guys want to see some games like this on my Game Boy Color, please do leave in the comments below. But it has to be a game that I already have. I have the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, but as of right now, I'm going to hold off on that until I actually complete the story mode there, and then I'm going to actually refresh the story mode. So, alright, here we go. I wonder what that ghost is up to in there. Alright, so let's go ahead and go up inside here and see what we can find. And up in here, though, is quite interesting. So let's go ahead and... Fred, let's see what the ghost was up to in here. Where did the ghost go? Alright, so as you may know, there's the sink right here. That's not what we're here for. There's the curtain. We could open that if we wanted, but I'm going to wait on that first. Looks like the toilet's more like a telepot, it says. Huh. So let's go ahead and check the toilet here. Let's go ahead and try to use it. What do you see, Daphne? This teleporter has a flush handle. I wonder what will happen if I... Aye! Fred, help me! I can't move! Bloop! Okay, so Daphne disappears. Quickly, though. Until I figure out what you kids are up to, you make a great subject for my experiment. You won't get very far. Fred is on his way to save me right now. How far is he behind, though? That's the question. Alright, chapter 1, ladies and gentlemen. It's a mystery. Alright. So, as you may know, that didn't take very long, right? Well, this game doesn't take long at all. So let's see how far we can go before I have to end it off. Let's find out, shall we? Now, I'm going to give you guys a moment here. Here's the code right here. So write down the symbols on a piece of paper, and I'll give you a couple minutes here so that you have a way to write these down, have enough time here. Okay? I'll give you a few moments. But I won't do that very often, so once the next code comes up, I'm going to do the same exact thing. So, just keep in mind that if you want to have the code, write it down right now so that you have a way to actually advance on to the next chapter quickly enough. But just remember, if you want to complete the game the way it is, then just leave the code alone. And then just follow along as I go. Okay? Alright, are you guys ready? And if you are, let's go ahead and move along here. Trying to get adjusted here. Alright, here we go. So if you guys have it written down, if not, good luck. But again, you can pause it. And you can still write it down right now while it's paused. Okay, now, let's go ahead and continue on. Remember, Chapter 1, Daphne? Alright, so as you may know, that Daphne has disappeared. So now we are controlling Fred here, as you can see that now. I'm controlling Fred, which I am going to get out of this bathroom here. Close the door, because I'm going to need it. Not going to need to go in there. So now I'm going to go ahead, hit the select button here, and then I am going to select Velma. Why? Because there's a couple things that you can do with her at this point now. Before Chapter 1, you couldn't do it. So we're going to go over here and kind of look at the window because it looks like we can. That's weird. There's a huge Tesla coil in the backyard. A Tesla coil can transmit electricity through the air without any wires. I wonder what needs cordless electricity. We're going to find out what that is all about until later on, like way later. So let's find out what we need to do here. So, we're going to go ahead and go up and open this door here. Now, we're going to go over here first. Open this door. Let's go ahead and go in. Close this door. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and go up in this room here. And this room, however, is a library. So we're going to go over here, grab a book. There's a weird poem on this unmarked page. The last word in each line is circled. So, that's basically giving you a hint here. So, the book allows you to know what the book is for. So, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and start off with this code right here. A symbol. So, let's see. A word below this symbol appears in a poem. I wonder if it's some kind of code. This symbol has the word sticky written under it. Okay, so now that symbol is done. So now at least you know that the check mark here. What the heck? There. It's like, oh, get me out. It's like I was stuck there for a minute. I don't like being stuck. I really don't like being stuck. So I am going to go up the stairs here. Because there's about 4 of them up here that we need to get. So let's go ahead and get this one here. Basically, she says the same thing except for the actual word that's under the symbol. So I'm going to name the handle is underneath this strange symbol. Okay, so strange is that one. Now, this symbol is fish is that one. Now, coming up in here into this bathroom where we were before at the start of the game, moving this curtain and the towel, which we have that towel now in our inventory here, and eventually our inventory will be quite full. Eventually. Alright, so this symbol, let's go ahead and read it. Bean is the word there. Alright, so now let's go ahead and close the door. Let's go over here, go to this picture here, which is a symbol. Elk is this one. And then we're going to go ahead and go all the way this way. Open this door here. Close the door. And then we're going to go to the far left door. So we're going to go in there. Papers. Right here. So we're going to go ahead and grab that symbol. Detroit is that one. It's always good to close doors when you're not in the room. It's always good to do that sometimes. Keep that in mind. Now the next one and the final last one we have to collect is the one outside. So we're going to go ahead and as you can see, I was trying to open up doors there. So now this one out here, symbol, let's go ahead and see what it is. And it is cranium is underneath it. And that's the final one we have to find. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, after this one, I will end it off since I'm only going to do 20-minute increments here on this episode here. For these only. 20 minutes. But if I was doing the Harry Potter, though, the Chamber of Secrets, I would do maybe 15 minutes or something like that. I'll think about it. I'm not sure. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go to this keypad. And then the symbols on this keypad are the same as the ones all over the house. There are some strange symbols on this keypad. I sure hope I have the right code. It worked. And here comes Fred. Good work, Velma. Let's take a look inside. I think I'd rather return this book before someone notices. Good idea. I'm going to see if I can find out where Daphne has disappeared to. So Velma go ahead and leaves. Alright, and I'll give you guys a few moments to write down the code, and if you want to, you can pause it right now and go ahead and write it down. I'm going to give you a few moments to actually write it down, so I'll give you quite a few moments to do that before I end off the episode. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I'm your host, SurvivalMan1, and also hit that like button below if you really like this, and then also comment if you want to, and hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification button, that little bell that's next to it, and every time I post at least one episode of any excitement that comes your way, you'll be notified at any given time. So I'm here around, so catch you guys in the next episode. Peace out.